Hey, traders, happy Sunday to you. Hope you're having a good one. Sorry I'm late. Been out, been gone all day, doing stuff with the place downtown and other stuff too. So, thanks for being here. And wow, look at this. Another day, another all-time high for Bitcoin. You got less than 35 minutes now until the highest daily candle close of all time. And of course, the highest weekly candle close of all time. And just about 3.5 hours ago, you had your highest 4-hour candle close of all time. So that's just been great to see. It's the Sailor bot, right? The Michael Saylor bot just buying $2,000 worth of Bitcoin per second or something crazy. So here's your daily. And you're technically engulfing the previous candle, unless something changes in the next 34 minutes. So great news there, man. All right, it's only been about 24 hours since we last spoke. And there have been some changes, a little bit, not too many. We got Neo up 22%, finally it broke out. WRX is up 10%, Binance going up 15%. You know, you got ups and downs. So, yeah, that's a good 4 hour. So on that 4 hour, man, just continuing to run. You didn't even, you know, that sell-off you got yesterday was to stop everyone out of their altcoins, right, before it rallied again. So doesn't look like anything crazy is going on, like a bearish engulfing, or someone could try to argue tweezer top maybe being painted soon. But let's see how the next 30 minutes go. Hard to really talk about true bearish divergence or anything from one peak to the next one. It's kind of just more like bullish convergence. And then as you keep climbing, yeah, you're making lower levels relative strength here and lower levels of positive Momo. So a pullback could happen. But at the same time, there's no supply and or too much demand, and it just keeps floating on up. 60K is the target, right? If you're a trader, one target's been hit, 2 more targets to go. 60K is 65K. Give or take a few dollars. All right. That's it, man. Stream's over. That's all we had to talk about, because not too much has changed except we're just making new highs, which is great. So the weekly, just so we can see what it's going to look like in 30 minutes. Look at this weekly chart. Unreal. I'm just kidding about it being over. But 88.45 on the RSI again. We're getting hot. We're back to 2017 levels again, right? We're going for that second peak maybe on the RSI. Really overbought. Extremely overbought, but really bullish. And these are like some of your biggest green candles you've ever seen in the history of Bitcoin. That's kind of hard to believe. I thought that for a second. I was looking at it like, that's 2019. No, dude, this is about to be the largest weekly candle close of all time. Or for real, like nothing even comes close. Percentage-wise, maybe different. I'm talking price-wise. Price-wise, this is it, dude. These are it. These are the biggest ones ever. The past 3 weeks or so. What's up, CBT? Holochain, hot, H-O-T. We can add to, put it on the list. It'll be the first one. Probably not going to be many requests today, as people are just meh. Alright, it's Sunday. So that's it. We look at the weekly, the daily, 4-hour Bitcoin, whatever. Kind of disappointing. Litecoin and Ethereum just really doing nothing while Bitcoin hits its highest level ever. Here's Ethereum. After hitting 2K, after hitting the top of the channel, the supply line, there was supply there, and you reversed.
Steve tipped $25. Could we take a look at Kellogg?
We can look at K. Yeah, Scuba Steve, thanks to 25, man. And the Belushi attempt. Thanks. Yep, on the list. So this is just like beautiful. Like you're in the upper part of the channel, right? Here's the heart line. You bounced off of it a couple times, rallied, tested the top, pulled back. Pretty much that wick went down to test the heart line again, and you just rallied.
Dent, crypto, please.
Yeah, more Dentacoin. That's like 3 days in a row. I think we're on a Dentacoin request streak.
It's now worth more than the entry Dutch stock market. LOL.
Wow. I know someone that would think that's hilarious. That person may or may not be watching, but interesting. You hear that? Oh, now Bitcoin, one Bitcoin's worth more than 1 kilogram of golds. That happened today at 58K. So, right, I mean, $10 trillion market cap. Bitcoin is 1/10 the size of gold's market cap. Around, it's just give or take 8 to 10 trillion on any given day. Just back and forth fluctuating. So gold is that just means there's a lot more money that could trickle out of Bitcoin or of gold and go into Bitcoin, because that certainly seems like that's been going on, right? I mean, let's go to the. We don't look at this very often, all right? We got to today, just because of that kilogram stat. Look at this, chat. Oh, you might have a trash bag near you because you might vomit. Here is your gold to Bitcoin chart, right? Bitcoin is the denominator, gold is the numerator, all right? So obviously you're at the lowest levels you've ever seen in your entire life. In the existence of this chart, or really since the existence of Bitcoin, it's been terrible, right? It's like it's like an S coin. Is it any different, gold to Bitcoin versus Verge to Bitcoin? Not really. Not according to the historical trend and the performance. So 3.095 cents, or I guess it's, what is that, 3,095 Satoshis? What is it? Because the gold to Bitcoin, gold to Satoshis. So yeah, look at this, man. You had that daily bullish divergence. It played out. The trend is so bearish, it just made a pathetic retrace and just started dumping again. And now it might start making triple divergence at some point. But yeah, oversold. This is awful. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like gold and silver, you'd think in these market conditions would be doing things a lot more, but it might be just a new asset class that's people are, I don't know, man. Like you just think about finite supply and its ability where you can use Bitcoin to peer-to-peer, right? Transactions. You can't do that with gold. What's up, J Mike's, dude? Thanks for 25. Yep.
JMX tipped $25. Hey, Mitch, could you take a look at TV? Thanks. Cheers.
We'll put on the list, J Mike's. Can we get a decibel check? Can y'all hear the music? About to change it anyway for copyright reasons. We haven't changed it, so just hold on. It's good though, little Grateful Dead. Never hurt anyone, especially Terrapin Station. It's loud, really loud. Holy crap! So I'm like chandelier shopping right now in front of my new place. Let's go, Ricky Bobby! If you ain't first, you're last. Huggalo's Pizza, we are pizza. I don't know, man. I just gotta say it. Thank you, Ricky Bobby. Holy crap.
Just because smile.
Just because he said smile. Thanks for the smiles and the $100 super chat. Let's go, dude. But yeah, chandelier shop. There's an old lady past my parents' neighbor's house, and there's this chandelier in there. They got to get it appraised, but I've already claimed it. I've staked my claim. It's gonna be in my office. Like, there's a fan there here, but in my new office with the backdrop of the city, you're gonna be a really classy antique
Happy Sunday.
chandelier, dude. So excited.
On yesterday's stream, we found some interesting stock possibilities. I think
We did.
found a new one today. Can you please take a look at stock TTNP?
We could look at TTNP. Scott, we'll put it on the list. Thank you, man. I think you were one that maybe found one of those, right? Requested. You gotta think about chandeliers, man. Antique chandeliers are stores of value, better than cash. They really are, man. They're kind of in ways a little bit better than a gun as a store of value, because with guns, the more you use them, the actual, they can depreciate a little bit with use. Too much use. I mean, you'd have to shoot thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds before it actually started losing any kind of zeroing ability or whatever. Read about it. Chandeliers stay the same or they appreciate. All right. So Ethereum doing fine, but you can kind of understand why at $2,000 it pulled back. So as long as you stay above this 1850 area, you stay above the top part of the major channel trend we're in, everything's fine, man. Kind of tough to say, like, can you say there's hidden divergence? It's pretty tough, man, right now. I mean, from this low to this one, could start making the argument, but what if that negative momentum keeps building and Bitcoin's going to pull back? It's not really, remember, the time to be taking longs on Ethereum was down here in the 1300s. That was a trade setup, the accumulation. It was before price discovery. Ah, perfect. Right, the sell wall was previous all-time highs. You knew what would happen once it broke that, and it was just market participants were absorbing the remaining supply at your previous all-time high. And it took time, man. It took like 2 weeks. Really, though, if you talk about January 10th, it took like almost a month. What's up, Bandman Dan? Hey, building up the trilogy. Thought about Wi-Fi to BTC more as an educational idea. Oh, we can look at it. Yep, that was it, man. Absorption had to occur. Now 2,000. After 2,000 is 2,500. So you're just below 2K. Yeah, that Bitcoin dominance, though. I really do kind of want to look at that before we start getting a request. But it's interesting. Yeah, man, look at all this congestion. Sorry. Look at that, man. It's just that congestion area forever, man. Since it started 2017, May and July on the top part, the bottom part, right? You're just there and you're above it, right? You're above the range. So the longer you stay above that range, high probability becomes you actually start rallying again. So that's good for Bitcoin, bad for alts, right? Yeah. Dude, Cairo, what's up, man? Holy crap! Are you kidding me? Chat, do you see this? What?
We have never met, but your teaching have changed my life. Hard. Thanks for all the free education throughout these years. Take care, bro.
Dude, Cairo, man, thanks so much for the $446 and change contribution super chat. Dang, dude, you just stole thunder. All right, you stole thunder from Ricky Bobby. We know Ricky Bobby's ego. Okay, he may not like that, but he's gonna have to live with it. All right. Sorry, Ricky Bobby, man. Very grateful. God, y'all are amazing, and just cuz, right? Are you kidding me, Ricky Bobby? What is this, man? Wow. I'll wait for it to do its thing. There, I did the premature Leroy Jenkins did.
Bruh.
Wow.
Is that a joint?
Thank you, Ricky Bobby, man.
I'm just so grateful that I followed you since almost the beginning of your channel. Smile, thanks to you, I'm completely out of debt. Mitch Ray is the man.
Dude, thank you, man. Well, thank you for giving me a chance, right? Because everyone in here had to say, hey, you know what? I like this guy or screw this guy. I'm sure there are a lot of people that have said screw this guy, but the ones watching right now didn't say that. So thank you. And thank everyone. All right. It's an honor to be able to cover these crazy market conditions, man. But hey, we were here during the great bear market of 2018. That was the time to invest in yourself, to build your knowledge so you could be prepared for this, what some are calling a super cycle on Bitcoin. See if that plays out. What's up, Jim Dawson? Thanks for 99 cents. All right. So we're, dang, dude, it looks like it's too loud, man. Let me, all right, at these levels right now, is the music good? Right now. So let's, before we get rolling on the request, I want to look at Neo, because Neo, dude, perfect, good, great, grand, wonderful. All right. So Neo, you knew what was going to happen if you broke that $41 to $47 area, right? Oh man, started with a butterfly. That's hilarious. Let's go to the daily though. Thank y'all for the feedback. Right? I mean, you got this little resistance coming up at like $58, maybe even $57. Dude, Ricky Bobby, man.
Super chat $50. Can you give me greater life, please?
Dude, thanks for the 50 super chat. Now you're catching up to Cairo, man. Wow, I mean, session top super chat. You know, I think it's additive, so you're getting there, man. All right, cheers. Yeah, thanks for the like, everyone. So Neo, you have to understand where you are now on this asset. Straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. So even at this little area at $58, that's just not much of a swing high. That's not. I guess anything could act as resistance if you can see it on the daily. It could, but really, man, you're talking like $90 just like the next area on Neo. And look, man, remember the common retrace zone between $79 and $124? Wow, dude, that's just how you Fibonacci from your highest high to the lowest low. I mean, that's why it's not weird, and that's the beauty of Fibonacci. Someone will be like, "Oh, dude, you know, it's down here at $28, $30," and people, it would never hit $79, $124. But like, why do you say that? Because I mean, it's just in traditional markets, this is how you do it, and it's been playing out over and over and over in the crypto market. Just these have been lagging. You know, like Ethereum, it played out beautifully, and now you're at all-time highs. But like 7 months ago, it was kind of a crazy idea to think it could just make common retraces, but it made the common retraces, kept going. What's up, Gene Sanchez? Thanks for the 5, dude. Thanks, dude. So yeah, Neo is in a very interesting spot where it could. I mean, it was at a spot where it could double, but now it's beyond it, so I can't say double anymore. But it could go $90 to $97, $96. That's the next major swing high. So go figure, right? WRX has gone insane. It's up 30% today. All right, let's get to those requests. I don't want to leave people hanging too much. So stay above this long enough, man. Bad for alts, great for Bitcoin. We'll see. First request was well, that ended up going. Of course, right? This was a great educational chart. We just looked at it live, you know. It was like, this is a way to size up hot at the time. This was back in around Christmas time. You know, you were back testing springs. It was beautiful. Just a way to look at it. But of course, it did what they all did. That range was completed, and it almost like, yeah, inverse head and shoulder stuff. Make that only visible on the forearm. You gotta love this, man. This is the stuff, and if you zoom in, you can see, right? You sprung, and then you back tested the spring December 11th, not just the 11th, but also the 27th. So you double bottomed on the spring back test. That's the composite operator, chat. That's what I'm trying to teach in here. Those are the times we're identifying the CO, the composite man. He's acquiring his position. And then look, a huge run up, you sell off, make a higher low, back test that 200 moving average, and make another higher low, and then it's just gone. Hot got up to only somewhat worthless, right? It was really worthless, and now it's only somewhat worthless. This is 4.2 tenths of 1 penny, so kind of.
Is that a joint?
A little bit, right? Oh, Dent coin, not Dentacoin. Forgive me. What a almost an insulting mistake I made there. I apologize. Fibonacci wise, all we can do at this point on hot, because at all time. Oh, looky here, listen. Golden mean ratio achieved at 4.1 tenths of 1 cent, and you pull back. You're just at the outer fib extensions, man. So that's it so far. There's nothing else you can really do. A back test of 2.6 tenths of 1 penny could happen before you go higher, but that was just a huge move up. You're very overbought. You are all-time highs on RSI on the daily. You're sitting currently at 91.65. Someone asked, hey, when should one take profit? It's always a good time when the daily is at 96 or whatever it was, 91.65 on the RSI. And of course, right, since like that last pivot point to the high point, appreciate 618. Wow. 618% appreciation of value in less than a month. 618% at the 1618. That's pretty cool how that happened. But yeah, there was a time and place we'd been here when it was happening. So it was just Yes, there were greater targets to hit, just like all of them. Like they'll hit the targets, then they'll just exceed them by 1,000,000,000%. Welcome to a non-traditional market when you apply traditional technical analysis. So you got to get a little bit more creative on your targeting. 2618s, 3618s, 4236s. Sometimes that's like all we can do now. Or psychological zeros and fives, like $1, $2, $1.50, $3, whatever. All right, moving on. That was hollow. Hot. Real hot, dude. Understatement. Aha, yes. Nice. This is a follow-up. I haven't been on Kellogg in a while. That head and shoulders was real. Remember, the argument we made here was, I'm sorry, man, but until you make a higher high than your previous high, which you failed to do, then you made a lower high. That was bearish. That did not look good. Because remember, you can break a supply line all day, which is exactly what happened on Kellogg. But if you cannot recapture or capture highs above the previous high, which you didn't here, this is actually more like a double bottom, or I'm sorry, a double top, confirming, right? That second top was confirming that the trend's still bearish because look, they were 88% retraces from your previous high from 2018. So that looked bearish. It ended up playing out. You're back inside the channel. That's why, like, if you break out of a downsloping structure, that's only one part. Right, supply lines being broken are really good, but they're not it. You got to have the break of the supply line, but then you have to recapture your previous discernible swing high on the daily, preferably. Sometimes a weekly, but the daily is it, okay? So since the neckline was like 61.61, why? Because that's the ice line. That is the high-low that goes back, I think, 2013, 14, 15, right? 2015. That was it, though. I think that was the only time it was there. Maybe it might go back. Dude, this thing has a lot of history. Nah, that was it. So Kellogg's been around, dude, that early 20s or maybe early 1900s or something like that. So what I've talking about 1900s, man. I finished up Peaky Blinders. I highly recommend watching it if you haven't. It's incredible. But what I'm starting to do is like interior decorating stuff for my new place. I'm going all contemporary, but I'm getting Easter eggs of classic. What is it? What do they call it? You know, antique stuff. Especially this estate sale. There's stuff from like the 1920s, right? Because we're in the roaring 20s now, right? So contemporary with Easter eggs of very nice like brass and stuff, all in different rooms, like just and I love that, right? We're in the 20s now with a little bit of 20s from 100 years ago, so it'd be cool, man. The raging tendies, actually, not 20s. The Big Blinders. That's right. Watch it. It's good. It starts a little slow, and then it gets insane. Like, you get a season 3, 4 plus, it's like, how have I never seen this? So with all that being said, on this asset, you now could be painting an extremely powerful harmonic. Alright? Things looked bad, but look now. Is this 618, please? Oh my god. It's a 618. This could be a Gartley. Oh my goodness. When there was an opportunity, there could be opportunity now on Kellogg. Let's just get rid of this channel for the sake of visibility and simplicity. Wow, dude. You have a textbook bullish Gartley at the pattern completion zone and in a big congestion area. Huge deal here. I think this is an insanely big deal. All right? I mean, you got a high from 2010. You got a high from 2007, 2011, right? That is so strong when you show a harmonic on a big sell-off like that, and there's this much congestion. This is like Litecoin Shark, if you remember from September 23rd, almost the same thing, but it's more pretty. It's actually prettier. And you know why I like this? Because look, you got one valley, the lowest low. Then you made the COVID crash about the same low, but actually technically a little bit higher low than the previous low. So there was a smidge of accumulation at the nadir level of the COVID crash on the rally, and the X, A, B, C, D is here. All right. This could be a long. This could be an investment, a position trade, where the target's going to be $68 and $73. Oh, and I love how here you got the low, the rally, then the slightly lower low. And what do you have going on the slightly lower low? This could be what we consider the shortening of the thrust. It's just that last oomph, but it's just pathetic. And that's just another indication of how exhausted the sellers have become. So we have classic bullish divergence in the pattern completion zone of a harmonic, of a bullish Gartley. You don't ever ignore those, man. Those are, the Gartleys are insane. And this one just happens to be textbook. I mean, if Scott Carney was in here right now, he'd probably start dancing. I mean, does anyone know if Scott Carney's in here? I mean, want to weigh in on how insane this is? Near 1618 fib extension as well. I mean, 14141. That's X marks the spot, man. You are in. Now let's look at the weekly. We got any help on the weekly? Don't, you know, this is going to be like that meme, right? Of the WWF guy, you know, where he's like sitting in the chair and he's happy, and then something happens and then he's really happy, and then after that he gets extreme, he's like, oh, and he falls back in his seat. That's like if we get weekly divergence, we'd go to the third part of that meme. Oh my god, dude. You could say maybe hidden divergence in the RSI. It would only be convergence on the MACD. Let me make this visible, because it's so visible on the weekly too, I think. We're going on Tree Peak, guy, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Someone needs to make that, right? When I see, you know, like in the first pane, when I see a falling wedge or a bunch of variables looking good on the 4 hour, when I see it on the daily, when I see it on the weekly, or when I see it on the monthly, then it's like, you know, the meme goes even crazier. Okay, so not really looking, you know, that crazy on the weekly, but it's just the area at which the pattern completion zone is, right? That's just so strong, dude. It's such a low risk, high reward opportunity. And look, man, you can clearly see the low, the same low, whatever, the lower lows, and then the higher low, and now in 3 consecutive higher lows. What's going on? Something's going on. Rule of 3. And on the rule of 3, a Gartley appears. That's strong, man. That's really strong. I mean, you could say maybe that's like some sort of a morning. It could be a morning star. Wicks are kind of large, but you hadn't seen positive momentum on the weekly on Kellogg since early September last year. So it's been a while, man. Kellogg. Think about it. Kraft Heinz. It could be time. I mean, it's looking like this chart's telling you it could be time for this to reverse well. I mean, not good how it's selling off, but I mean, just it's pretty easy. So so the 4 hour and daily at the same time are both giving divergence. Wow. So there's a buying signal on Kellogg right now. Okay. I hate that little dark cloud cover on Friday, but so sizing it up, we don't have to go below X, because we know like where X is kind of like that critical ice line from many years ago. Yeah, support resistance still in 7. So having to stop below that, I think, would be safe anywhere. And then of course targets. See, that's 4 to 1 right there. 4 to 1 reward risk. This could take a while though. All right, weekly, daily, but the 4 hours also saying it's time. Holy crap, dude. I can't even believe it. So this is it, chat. You ready? Now, third target, if you want to be cute here. All right. Third target. Kind of like that high from 2018. I guess that could be third. It's just so close to the second, though, you know? It's almost like, I mean, it's still a way to strategize, I guess. Okay. Are we cool, chat? This is why you watch the stream, because stuff like insane like this is. I'm sorry, I'm getting too amped up here. So just depending on like where it is, I mean, it could go a little lower, but I'm just, if one could be entering on Monday, right? Right around the entry, you know, where the price is now. Stop down just a little bit more. Still like 3.88 to 1 reward risk. It's like anything above 55.78. That's the big deal. Like, you know, you don't want to be going below that. What's up, Mr. Acid? Whoever went higher than that, man, oh my god. You know, if it breaks 75 bucks, then it's probably going to all-time highs. Which should be up at... good god, $87. That'd probably be your next target after 75. So you could have 4 targets and be like that, you know. Hey, Kellogg's going to go to all-time highs, man. And you should be like, fine. There you go. Boom. Since it's 3.88 to 1, one could be even looser with their stop if they wanted, right? I mean, it could go down a little bit more. We got 4 minutes till the daily and weekly candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit the like button, that bell, so thanks so much for being here, everyone. Really. Thanks for the those big contributions, Ricky Bobby. Freaking Chiral man. 4 hours saying it's time. That's the 4 hour and daily saying it's time. Before this posted, this one's this fake. It's not a trade setup because it's not listed in the right area. Well, the right area because you say so, right? There you go, dude. Another one, yeah. Be sure to join Discord too. If you haven't, that's where the trade setups are posted now. We're getting away from Patreon on where the trade setups are posted for a reason, man. It's like we've given you like 10 years to transition from Patreon reliance to Discord. You now start to rely, if you want the trade setups, it's the Discord. Okay, that's where you should be if you're a patron. 1,320 of y'all. So I mean, Discord, not Patreon. Yeah, there it is. People posting the link. I'm about to pin it. There you go. Perfect. Next one would be not Dentacoin, but Dent coin. So decentralized dents. Didn't know there was a difference. Well, maybe that's what was going on. Oh, like, you know, you want to see Dent coin? Fine. I'd rather be looking at Kellogg's all day versus Dent to US dollar. Because look at the difference between Kellogg and this one. Opportunity. No opportunity. None. It's like what? It's up 43.67% now, which is awesome. Great for people that were in on it. Look how it back tested. I don't even know what it back tested. Something on the 4 hour or something. So near. Sure, we can look at BAP. That's up 5% today. Yep. Cool story on Dent, man. What do we do here? We just hang out, right? We just... Oh, that's why I plotted it, because it was where traders set it up their lowest point, February 15th, and there was like a bullish hammer there. A tweezer bottom, bullish hammer. You sprung back, tested spring, kind of, I guess, and then just higher lows, and you're just gone now. So, this is, wow, dude, it's worthless, right? It's 2.3 tenths of 1 cent. That's worthless. It's worth less than Dogecoin. Yeah, could argue divergence, convergence on the 4 hour, sure, man, yep. Impending price action, continuation, or reversal, and it looks like it happens. Okay. You're talking about Dutch stock market being surpassed, the whole market surpassed by Bitcoin. That's insane. Oh yeah. Huh. Oh man. Oh, what a terrible chart. But it's okay now. Things are turning around. Turn around. So this is Eventbrite, which is IPO'd back a few years ago, a couple years ago. Well, you could just have it plotted like that. I mean, you know, the old chart. The old supply line like that. Beautiful. You broke out in November, so you haven't reversed the trend. The trend does not reverse until you get a confirmed break above 22.77. You know, you're in a short-term uptrend, sure. I mean, you're making higher highs, higher lows locally, but we're talking about a discernible swing low. We're talking about a major trend. that you've been in as bearish, and until you break 2277, you back test it, hold it long enough, and buys and sells happen there, and you start running again. You're not in a long-term uptrend until that happens, but you're getting there, right? It was up 7% on Friday, very good. And who knows? Maybe the narrative of recovery. Hey, weekly candle close chat on Bitcoin, highest of all time, daily, weekly. Beautiful, dude. Lord Jenkins. Fantastic. We did it, man. History together. So I'm finished this up. We'll go back to Bitcoin. Look at it. I don't know. Bitcoin on the 4 hour, just kind of nothing burger candle indecision. So that would be like, there's a target probably. Look, so this is exactly where it is. There's this high point on EB back from August 2019, September 2019, January 6th, right? January 26th, right? You're just at that. You got to break that. Looks like if you break it, chances are you're heading to 2277 to test that major high. All right. It's kind of just like this little zone. You plot both of them right there, and it's like getting above that. The whole trend's reversing. The whole major trend is reversing, which is very possible for that to occur. Okay. There's a low point too. A worst case scenario, it comes in back test 1536 for the first time ever as support before going higher. That's always possible. So you just got to pay attention to that, right? I mean, like, it's looking good, but it's not reverse trend, and you're at resistance, and if you ever break it, you're probably going to 2277. You break that, then the target, I think, is going to be $32, $31.92. That's a gap fill. And there's another gap fill that actually is never filled. It'll be right here at 24.28. So 2 gap fills there would be targets for upside. That's about it on EB. Let's go Bitcoin. Here's your daily chart. Again, you technically did just bullishly engulf, but I mean, it's not a big engulfing candle or anything. We could just have another indecision candle. It could sell off in a week, things change. It's been a good run, man. It's been a good run on Bitcoin. You just gotta wonder, like, what's going on with the supply? I mean, all these institutions, these companies adding to their balance sheet. Who's next, man? Remember someone buying $5.3 billion at $48,000. Imagine who that was. Who was that? That FOMO'd in. They were up almost $10,000 per Bitcoin. They were at one point. How insane is that? How much money have they made? So who knows if we're going to 60K right now or not? I don't know. We did know there was downslope consolidation, hidden bullish divergence, 60-minute inverse head and shoulders, 4-hour bullish divergence, daily. It was all lined up right here before that breakout, and then the Elon candle, and then just the Sailor bot activated.
My name is JP.
Sailor.
I'm a robot.
There you go, dude. Weekly. Let's do the weekly real quick. Did you do your local on the 8th? I don't think you even did that. There you go. Wait, here's your... Just so you see it for the first time, with the paint of the candle dry. 3 weeks of extreme prosperity. Like, is anyone checking their portfolio? Doesn't it look like it's all like fake now? It's like, these are just numbers that are... This is getting too high. I can't even fathom the appreciation of this. Like, what? Doesn't even seem real anymore. So all you can say is you think 60,000, but who knows? Think about it. 3 weeks of this, and then you get like a week of up and down, and it does nothing for 7 days. People are going to lose their minds. People are going to go. They're going to quit crypto if we just show an indecision red candle this week. They're going to be able to handle it. So you just can't. After 3 weeks of that, you just can't be surprised if nothing happens this week. Maybe it runs up to 60K, tests it, then pulls back, and then goes down to 53, 54K, and then ends up closing near where it opened just now, right? Next week. People are going to lose it. $2K per second? No, that's what I said. I didn't say 2K per hour. Unless people are just talking to each other in the chat, I guess. So good to see everyone. Been live now 45 minutes. It was a little late, so. And there you go, right? I mean, just out the gate, a little bit of selling, you're going to be buying, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. Who cares? One target of the trade setup sits, 2 of the 3. So if you're in the swing trade, a little profit taken off, but then still like 66% on the table, or whatever you do with your strategy. Yeah, Litecoin's been disappointing.
Mitch, can you tar LTC?
Just based on the way it looks, it was looking promising, and then wow, all of a sudden, triple MACD, bearish divergence in the 4 hour, and a rising wedge kind of. Yeah, we'll look at it, CQ, and thanks for the $25 super chat. All right, let's look at Ethereum. That also had a very, very historical candle. Look at this, 3 weeks of just prosperity. What happens if you go a week of nothing? Half the people quit crypto, and then it keeps going, you know, the next week after that or something. I mean, it's just, look at this, man. Just think about since late September what this asset has done. But it really, once it broke 366 and then got back above it and held, just like 11,463 on Bitcoin. That was it, man. That was the signal. You knew it was going, like, first target was $800, but then it broke 800. It's like, then it goes to 1420. Very fast. So remember the double bottom? Remember how the double bottom identified was insanity? People thinking you're crazy. Oh, dude, Ethereum's never going to see 800 again or whatever. That's like the measure move of the double bottom. No way, man. And now look at it. All right. Go back to Litecoin because, you know, look on the 8s or whatever. Let's look at the daily on Ethereum. I don't think we look at that. And that's still kind of sus. I mean, the higher high. Really tough to read. Doesn't really look like too much. I think a high here and then a higher high, but it's kind of hard to read this one on Ethereum because it's just been like the same wave. Not really a strong pullback before an attempted rally. It's kind of just been the same thing. So you break 2K for real. I mean, 2,500. But if you're going to break 2K for real, I mean, at some point you're going to have to break the supply line, which will be nuts. All right. Litecoin. Look at your daily on Litecoin, man. You can't tell me there couldn't be a pullback here. Look at that, man. There's not really any bearish divergence. If anything, you would say Class C divergence, which is stagnation in relative strength. But, I mean, really, look at the parabolic line. You know, it could come all the way back down to 185, 190 and still be in that parabolic run. All right, we knew 228 was real. It's a very real support resistance. Like, look left. Traders set it up their highest point on the daily, February of 2018. You've up thrusted through that. You just haven't been able to crack it yet. It probably would take time. You knew they're like at those areas. That's oftentimes where there is supply. That is oftentimes where people are taking profit at the same time. So people taking short positions. Like there's just a lot of things happening at these areas where traders set it up from history, these ice lines, and it's not been able to break it for real. But again, it could take time, pulls back, makes another higher low, and then runs, tests it again, and then the absorption continues, right? The absorbing of the remaining supply by the buyers before it can run to much higher levels. So, yeah, it just doesn't. It wouldn't be weird if Litecoin had a pullback before going higher, at least on the daily. Okay. Here's a 4 hour. And it's like you've broken that parabolic trend line, it looks like. And that makes sense, right? I mean, look at your bearish divergence on the MACD. That's the stuff that kind of makes you like, well, it looked good when we got back above 228. But then, like, when you started stalling out and selling off and breaking the parabolic trend line, the short-term one, and then you started getting back below 228 earlier today, that's when it's like, oof, that negative Momo could keep building and your RSI could keep dropping. So you just got to be cognizant that there's just really not much support resistance until down at like 186 to 190, and that's exactly where that daily curve line is. So you just can't be surprised if a sell-off happens here, right? I mean, you know the third target of the trade set was 254. We haven't even got to the third target of that trade yet. You got two of three, okay, but eventually, say all that happens, then it gets back up to 254 and breaks that. It could go to all-time highs again. It could pull a Dash, a Neo, whatever all these other coins are doing. Neo or Litecoin could do in time, but maybe it's got to pull back some before going higher.
Hey Mitch, can you look at CFMS, Nasdaq? Thanks for all you do.
So Jacqueline, thanks for the 20. Yep. Add to the list, CFMS. There's a Discord link. Join it, everyone. We got over 12,000 members now, and we're like on YouTube, 45 members until 49,000 subs. So we could get that today, probably, you know. But it's up to y'all. Less than 50 subs from 49K, and then the road to 50,000. 50,000 subs on YouTube. That's a big one, man. It's a real big one. So Bitcoin just selling off kind of out the gate, down $420 in a matter of 10 minutes.
Is that a joint?
And it's a new week, so when things close high, then you pull back and we go a week of nothing, up and down, liquidating, leveraged, longs, shorts, and we're going to end up closing at the same spot we closed at just now, just 10 minutes ago. All right. Don't be surprised if Litecoin sees 180, 190 before it pivots, makes a higher low, then runs again. You just can't, I mean, all right, let's get back to requests, I guess. But if Bitcoin moons, right, if Bitcoin says, I'm not done yet because Michael Saylor's bot is going nuts and buying 2,000 Bitcoin per second. If that happens, for real, oh, Litecoin will be mooning long before it sees 180, 190. It's just all on Bitcoin. So, okay. I've been here. Yeah, TTNP. We've been here, dude. And it was actually, look at the level. Remember, it's like a shark, like a kind of scuffed, weird-looking shark. TTNP. Yep, double bottom. It looks like it's had some luck, but you got to break 435. Once you break 435, moon time. Yep, it goes to moon. Target would minimum be 659 if it breaks 435. That's the history, right? I mean, that's.
Thoughts on EPZM? Let's have another great week, traders.
So, Michael, sure. As the selling continues on Bitcoin, you're now at your lowest low of the week. The new week, 56,920 and falling. Go figure. That's what happens, man. So this, an Adam and Eve double bottom, a confirmation low at a 113% retrace. Why is 113% retrace important? It's 1/4 of the square root of the 1618. That's why it's real. That's what I learned. Okay, so yeah, of course. And if you break 659, forget about it. You're probably going up to test probably right around $10, $10.60. My God, if you break that, $12.90. So yes, this is definitely low risk. You don't want nothing to do with this asset below $3. That's it. Yep. This is when we posted. I think this is a publication. I know it's been posted in the Discord. So, yep. For patrons. Alright, let's do the next one. I think I'll look at this one. Nah. It's got 1 million volume, barely. Whew. It's kind of. It was a nice bat pattern, a huge bat pattern at some point. Alright, continuous sell off, 56,750 and falling. Down 1.2%, about $700 on Bitcoin right now. Let's go weekly. This is OTC, which is GLNCY. Well, there wasn't really an edge when it popped. You know, a lot of things didn't have an edge because of the violence of the selling. But yeah, it's like a 95+% retrace. It's gone almost straight up since then on the weekly. So you're above that low from 2013. You think there's probably like a low right here at 903? You break, yeah, 903. Look at that congestion, a lot of it. So you ever break 903, you're going to 1169. Could be a major double bottom, sure. Major double bottom. You break 1169, then I mean, dude, there's just you gotta. Right, it's like 1270. It's like a zone of resistance, and then you break that. That's when things start getting real nice on this asset. So it's hard to say there's actual value because of how far it's run. I mean, it's appreciated in value like many other assets since the COVID crash. You know, and in about a year, 222%. So it's up to 226%, and it hasn't pulled back. It closed the week really strong. You gapped up last week, so you think that gap fill could always happen on a back test of 762, right? Right, you're above a very critical ice line now. So what happens oftentimes, you come to back test to confirm the validity that what was once support in the past has become support again with the gap fill. So you'd be knocking out two birds with one stone doing that. So that might be an area to wait for it to pull back, to take a long, to take a shot. Because, you know, like below that area, you probably want nothing to do with the asset. Hey, there's that low right there. 720, 762 the support. So yeah, anything above that zone is bullish. And right there, anything above the zone is bullish on GL and CY. No edge really. You're a little overbought. Yeah, when you have a move up like that on the weekly, you're not going to have an edge. So it might be prudent to wait for a gap fill. Maybe there was hidden bullish divergence like energy. Those metals and minerals remind me of CVS a little bit. Right, a low. The higher levels negative Momo. That was the time to look at it. Activision was showing something almost identical to this chart before earnings. So yeah, there was an edge, but not anymore. Right, if you'd have asked me about this asset, you know, around the beginning of the month, yeah, we'd have identified this and be like, yeah, impending price action, continuation of the upside. You got it. You got it, man. Okay, moving on. BAT. BAT, man. You did it, man. You were at the end, tail end of Wyckoff of accumulation, and you've run up to test a high on the weekly, I believe. That's where I plotted 66 cents.
Hey Mitch, not a TA question if you have time, but with the mother of all stimulus coming next week or so, do you think hyperinflation coming in the early future year or so? Thank you.
I'm not sure about hyperinflation. I think inflation's here already, man. I don't think. Have you gone out to eat lately? Have you tried to buy a beer? Have you tried to buy goods and services? Everything's up, man. It's elevated. It shouldn't even be visible in the weekly. So yeah, I mean, cause and effect, man. At some point, right? At some point, things aren't. I mean, something's gonna snap. Something's gonna get real bad. But yeah, the more they do this, is there any reason why Bitcoin's at these levels? There's probably correlation involved. Is that true? Tomorrow's the XRP court date. I thought they had already ruled that they wouldn't have a conclusion anytime soon. Not sure. So with BAT, man, the big breakout point, 75 cents or so. Right here. Let me get that perfect. Right there, 74.75 cents. Traders settled up their highest point of all time, January of 2018. So if you ever break that, then you're going to $1 on BAT. Can you believe that? Basic attention token goes to $1 for break 75 cents for real. So again, there's no value. Like you had chances. There was hidden divergence down here. You ended up daily double bottoming off the divergence on the weekly. That was all there. You know, much lower areas. With and you know, when you were butting up against the that ceiling again, the top of the range, you knew that you were on the tail end because of the higher lows there. So yeah, straight up, straight down. So you go straight up. I can barely even hear this music, but it sounds terrible from what I can hear. Dude, I'm gonna change this set, man. Hold on. Sorry. We're a little bit more chill out, I guess. Okay, that's bad. So I wish there was more to talk about with it. You know, there was stuff to talk about on all these, and we talked about it. Isn't that funny? Yeah, nice. On the daily, looks like there's just nice bullish consolidation. You're resetting the oscillators, and you go negative on momentum for a while. Bitcoin sells off. It sells off some, but just keep making higher lows like this. Eventually, it's going to break. That's what could be happening right now, okay? Buyers could be absorbing the remaining supply around this area. Daily, weekly settle up points, okay? So once the supply is completely absorbed by the longs, the buyers, then you should break to the upside and run to the next target. So it looks fine. Just have the run. It's been consolidating, bounce between support resistances, and could keep going. I mean, to me, it's like the composite operator had acquired his position, and he wants to see it see $1 probably in this cycle. I mean, at some point. That's just my opinion and what I think could happen, like many others. So who knows how long it'll take to absorb the supply, but eventually $1 on bat, and could, if it breaks that, maybe $2. Okay, next one. Litecoin. Again, just go back to Litecoin. We kind of pretty much had a pretty deep analysis on it, where we think that depending on what Bitcoin does, the potential for downside could take it to 180 to 190. Again, to test the curve line, to test what was once resistance as support, maybe. To continue resetting those oscillators, you gotta go negative for a while on momentum for going positive again, and then it would eventually do what Dash is doing, do what Zcash and Monero and VeChain and Cardano and XLM end up doing what BAT could do soon. Litecoin could do the same thing. Once it breaks 254, man, that's where it would probably run up to 350 plus. So, but it just had a really nice run. Why? That was the trade setup. That pretty much most of that move was the trade setup. Yeah, it was. I mean, that whole move was the trade setup, right? The entry on the trade setup was strategic. It was taking a long just above 146, 145, that high from June of 2019. You sprung, you back tested the spring on the 4-hour. That was it, dude. That was the entry, and we just got all of that. That whole wave right there. Tendies. And you're just so close to that third Tendy mark, but patience. That's all I can say. Very nice bullish trend, this whole market right now. It's your Litecoin. Thoughts on Elliott Wave? It's very similar to Harmonics, but Elliott Wave to me is the question you have to ask yourself as a trader and analyst is, will it help you with identifying opportunity for a long or a short? If not really, then what's the point of even adding and implementing into your strategy? Like Bollinger Bands, like to me, I don't see the point of Bollinger Bands in my own system, because it's like, really? Bollinger Bands help you determine when a price is about to jump or not, when the bands are pulled together? I can pretty much use critical thinking on my own and see, okay, a Bollinger Band is like happening at an area of, I bet you money, I can almost guarantee that right here, the Bollinger Bands were so freaking tight. All right, let's just pull them up. I just don't need it, right? I have everything I need, and the Bollinger Bands probably just complemented this, so it's just kind of redundant in a way. Not to say that you can't use them. I'm just, people ask me my opinion. It's like, there's nothing wrong with them, dude. It's just when you figure out your own thing, you go with it. Bollinger Bands, that parabolic SAR. I don't know. That might not be it. Bitcoin session lows. Okay, that's not it. Oh my god. Our Bitcoin session lows. Correct. There it is. BB. Dumping chat. 56,600 and falling, down about $1,000 now, getting close to it. So your ball. Oh my god! Look how coiled up the Bollinger Bands were. Wow, I'm so surprised. Really. I just don't. People got their own thing. So like, hey, Bollinger Bands like this. Oh yeah, man. If you're at the top like that, look at the EMA. That's what you call the midpoint. Right, it's the inner band. You have the inner band and the outer band. The inner bands are like EMAs. It's an aggregate of exponential moving averages. All right, so yeah, if you're at the top, that's like kind of sell order, like the sell signal stuff, where eventually it keeps hitting that or pull back and get closer to the EMA line or the inner Bollinger Band. So that's 194, 195. Okay, that makes sense. That wouldn't be weird at all. So, oh my god, right here, like the Bollinger Bands coiled up, You get what I'm saying? Hey, hidden bullish divergence. We like, that was a signal for me, not the Bollinger Bands. So, it just would have been redundant. Waves on markets are very real, though. Elliott Wave, though, is, to me, doesn't really help me with my trade setup. Like identifying an edge on the market to take along, not so much. Harmonics though do. So if you're out there and you're enjoying the live stream, the like button, the bell. So thanks so much for being here, everyone. Really, on this Sunday weekly candle close stream, 1,914. Thanks for the 657 likes. We can get that up, man. Right? We can get 1,000 likes. We could. I mean, so we got about 35 more YouTube subs until 49,000. Chat, we could do it, man. We really could. So almost all altcoins, except Engine Coin, are down. BAT and Engine are the only ones holding up in this, on the new week, on this, the kind of immediate selling. But it's really, like, look at the daily. You know, people freak out on these insignificant times. We go to the daily, it's like, what? What's wrong? What's going on, dude? Nothing. Oh, I can barely even see that red. 1% down. So scared. Hey, Scott Carney, man. How you doing? Scott Carney, Harmonic. Dude. Did you just see what I posted in chart publications? Scott, look at it in the Discord. Tell me how insane Kellogg is. Unbelievably insane.
My bad, Mitch is in the wrong asset. Mint in BRV, not EPZM. Sorry, bud, for the confusion.
Get wrecked, Michael.
Elon Musk is dropping hints about.
Well, I mean, I did a full analysis on it, right? So it's like, what am I supposed to do if you request it and I do it, and then, all right, Elon saw, what is he dropping hints about forking coins? Fork Doge? I have no words. Is that the next request? No, it's not. We'll look at it. Gotta. Oh wait, if I didn't do EPZM, yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Michael. Yeah, sorry, dude. I didn't know where I was. I don't even know, man. All right, next one's this one. Hold on. You're good, Michael. Don't worry about it. Ugh, gross. I mean, gross and not gross at the same time. Jeez. Oh, I love that, dude. I love this in ways, in certain ways. I don't like the all-time lows, but I love how you had the rally, the sell-off, and 95% retrace. And at the 95% retrace, what's happening? You're making like higher lows. What I really like is how 88 cents is your big. That's a big deal, man. All right, you come and you back test this as support, you could be in real good shape. Yeah, XABCD. This is like a. I think it might be too deep here for a traditional harmonic, but you know we'll see how deep that was. Probably like 786, 75% or something like that. Yeah, look at that. High to low, 75%. So too deep for any kind of harmonic. It still doesn't mean it's not at a value area. It doesn't mean it's not an XABCD. It just is not your conventional one that we look for, right? Where it's like, oh man, this is a Garley, this is a Bat, this is a Cypress. None of those. It's nothing. It can't be. When you have B and a lower high, there is no harmonic actually, unless it's down here at the 127. This butterfly stuff, but.
For me. It looks like a bullish crab to me, but I'm new to TA and am not great with charting harmonics yet. Thanks for the teaching.
So Preston, man, thanks, dude. We'll look at it. Thank you. So what you're kind of double topping pretty bad locally. Zoomed in. Look at this. One high, second high. Oh my God, look at that. Oh, it's a perfect combination. Those are the variables you want to see. Like TA is just being respected here. Okay, where you make a confirmation high with almost inexistent positive Momo. Lower levels relative strength as well. Impending price action reversal. Well, I could say you certainly got that. You got that. So you're selling off, and here's the point. We want to add an alert. Add an alert at 88 cents. If you can back test that and hold it, could go really well. Here's another thing. Right at the 95% retrace or so, look at this. Another harmonic. Oh, actual real harmonic, right?
If you would be so kind. Thanks for everything.
So J Moss.
Is that a joint?
Yeah, we'll look at JE again. Yep, I mean it was so like 786. So it's like a bat. It's like a mix between a bat and a Gartley. So it's a Cartley or a bullish cat pattern. I like cat patterns. So it was it's like 54%. So it's closer to a bat that never got to the 886. But look what happened. 786 confluent with a 1414 bib extension, right? Or right around it, or near 1618, 1414. It's just in a good spot, a really good spot. And look what's happened, right? What does Scott Carney talk about, right? You got your reaction low. Okay. You got the reaction. What happened? The reversal low. He talks about, I like calling it the confirmation low. Right? That's what you look for after XAB. Not the first one. The first one can play out. And sometimes, rarely, you only get it and it goes. Like YFI was a rare one where it never got that confirmation low or that reversal low. But the second one, that's where someone should have been requesting this asset November 30th or August 24th, and then we'd been losing it. This would be one we posted and it moons. And you'd be like kind of in the middle. You'd have hit targets, right? C and A were achieved. Those are the targets for Harmonic. So now at this point, you got to wait until 88 cents. We'll see if we get a back test there. Kind of like any kind of trade setup, it's kind of played out, right? You had a chance on this. So add an alert at 88 cents. If we test that, hold it as support, I think this could continue rallying to much higher prices. And by then, maybe I'll just add an alert or something, okay? That'd be your lowest risk area, 88 cents, CFMS. Educational though, very educational stuff, man, right? It's the cat. Just kidding. I'm not trying to, I don't know, when they're kind of a mix, I kind of like having fun with it and being like, it's a cat, or, I mean, why not? Because they're animals, so. So the next one was an augmented request, not EPZM, but NBRV. Gross. Oh my god. Oh, I get it though. Maybe butterfly stuff. Yeah, it looks like a butterfly. Problem is the trend is so bad. It's just so terrible. It's like a bear trend. So, hey, maybe the butterfly plays out, but the trend's so bad that it just goes to make a common scrub retrace. Buyer induction, right? That gets people to buy in, so the liquidity is supplied to where it can dump to lower prices. Yeah, I think we can see a harmonic right here. Butterfly, man. A little deep. Could be. All right, so what is that? It means it's a deep crab. So the 88 or the 1618 is it. So it's not at the PCZ if it's a. But see, the thing is, it's like 80% retrace. So you could say butterfly. So a butterfly is in between the 1272 and the 1414 and the 1618, right? So this one's just reversed at the near 1414, closer to it. Didn't quite get there though. Right, that's a butterfly slash deep crab. Let's go, J-Mikes, man. Thank you, dude. Well, yes.
For real, thanks, man. Could you check out Thuli?
We sure will, thanks. We'll add to the list. So interesting there. It's a good reverse. Unfortunately, I don't think you have too much going on that's helping the case. Like, remember, harmonics, that's great. But we gotta be a freaking Better Call Saul lawyer, right? We gotta have everything, or we'll say my cousin Vinny lawyer. Identical. You want to have far more. I don't think you have. Look, it's like you have bearish divergence somehow down here. So you don't even know, man, if this is it, because how much lower it could technically go. I mean, this could reach a low eventually of 53 cents, and it would still be a valid harmonic. That's why it's just like, ugh. All it's done is gone up just methodically to fill a gap from December 10th, 338, and it's just sold off, and now it's showing buyer exhaustion after filling the gap. Is not really bullish, man. Not bullish at all. I wouldn't be touching this yet. But maybe, what if just maybe we got to 50-something cents, got a 1618, a 200% retrace too on B2C, and we were showing tremendous amounts, unbelievable exhaustion on the daily, weekly at the same time. That might be a better chance on MBRV. All right, so disgusting. I mean, just imagine, man. Like, in these situations, why chance it? Why chance buying at $3 when we know it very well could go to 50-something cents because of the XABCD, where we know about where it is, its retraces, how that is the PCZ of a deep crab, which is an 88% retraceability. It's deeper than the 786. So I would say it's closer to, that's it, man, 50 something cents. If it never gets there, then move on. Not like there's not other setup. Just go look at Kellogg, man. I mean, really? Imagine putting money in NBRV on a chance right here when you could one could just take a shot on Kellogg. This is a beautiful textbook bullish Carly at a congestion area. Oh my god! And a third consecutive higher low on the weekly. Whew. That's what dreams are made of, really. With KHC doing what it's doing, I could believe it on Kellogg. All right, moving along. All right, next one was that one. My God, man. Okay, so I'll clean this one up. I've been here kind of recently, so just looking at this, it could be good or bad, man. Subzach, thanks for the $5 super chat. He said T. Oh, I mean, if you're asking about AT&T, please read the description below if you're requesting an asset. Thanks. So the parabolic line or whatever curve line, you're there. I mean, it's like you're running out of room, man. You got nowhere else to go. Yep. I mean, bearish divergence convergence here. It's either about to have a real good time or it's about to double top and then eventually going to see 256. So it's about to go to 693 again or it's about to go to 256 probably. I mean, there's that low. I mean, go down to 406 again, just be range bound, but it's hanging on. It started like inverse head and shoulders. It's above the 200 moving. I like that. It's just the momentum's continuing to shift. It's just you figured it's time. I mean, it's time to go to 693. If anything, it's kind of.
Thanks, Mitch.
You can kind of see this here, which is like a reversal. I mean, this is like a. Yeah, straight up, straight down. Yeah, that's perfect. But look at this. Look at this. That's a freaking textbook bearish cyber pattern, man. So it has reversed there. But if it's in really bullish conditions, a parabolic trend, it doesn't solve much. But these are major reversals. Like, this is where it could go down to 406 from here. Now, someone would say, hey, that's a downsloping consolidation. So you kind of got contradicting variables going on here. We got a bearish reversal to the downside. I hate that lower low there. I don't really like that at all. But when you got contradicting variables, just move along, sir. You could take along on Celsius, or you could take along on something that's showing like there is no. It's all coinciding. It's not contradicting. So just flip this over. Flip this over, and we're like, oh my god, dude, this could be the reversal, the major reversal to the upside. This is exactly how they start, man. Look. Yep. Yes.
/BTC as a reminder.
I don't like sell anymore. Not after identifying this. Right? Anyone else like sell now? After seeing this? Bueller? Whoops. Or. Alright, man. I don't think Scott would like it either. Hey, man, you know what I hope, though? I hope people that have this or something, I hope it fails and goes to $1 billion and you become a millionaire, right? It's not about what I want. I'm just pointing out these structures that are very reliable. And, I mean, after seeing that, I don't like it. I hate... When you see Harmonic like that, it's so powerful. These are what usher in complete reversals of the entire trend, at least for the midterm, where you could hit more targets. You could at least go back down to $4, which is what Casey Stubbs would. That's his target. 406 and 359 for your two targets. Sorry, man. Okay, someone actually wants this, so we're gonna go to it. Okay. Thanks, Elon. Someone wanted Doge to BTC, so here we are. No telling where we'll be on per streams, right? It's like, man, I'll tell you this though, since it's kind of stupid here, look at this, man. Just go back in time, and you don't tell me that Wyckoff wasn't here, or Richard Wyckoff, or the composite operator wasn't here, okay? You had the ice line from September 2019. You fell below it a couple times. You actually even double bottomed below it. Look how you tested as resistance too. So you knew it was real as F. It was very real. But then huge move up, right? And then what did it do? It sold off, sprung, and it back tested the spring. And what happened shortly after the spring was back tested? You went to Jesus, man. So traditional technical analysis can be applied to Doge to BTC when it's appropriate. So now what do you want me to do? I mean, that was people should be asking about Doge to BTC back in January, early January. At this point, dude, one high, a second high, you're bleeding out. Because now we got a new low point, 99 Satoshis currently sitting at, and the 83 sats is that, yeah, hidden bullish divergence. I guess you can start making the argument here at some point. There's definitely a harmonic here, yeah, with a bat. Be like X, A, B, C, D, 886, and you're kind of double. Wow, 4 hours kind of. Let's check it out. Let's just screw around, have some fun. Fun with harmonics. It's almost a Gartley, my God. Yeah, it's kind of that. It's the bullish Bart pattern, you know, mixed between the. It's just like it's so close. It could be either one. At 55%, so it's either 50% or 618. Then fine, it can be both. It can be, you know, 55 and then either the 786, 886, or it could be 80%, right? And that's kind of where it is. It's kind of finding a midpoint. You got yourself a reaction low, and you're maybe getting a reversal low. I mean, maybe, dude. If this pattern plays out, it will continue to usher in that hidden bullish divergence on the daily, where Doge BTC could be going higher next. That's kind of what's being implied here. That's a pretty nice harmonic, dude. That's not bad. And the price action you're getting at the pattern completion zone is pretty good. But again, like, you know, it's Doge. So this is just educational. Just trying to, right? Help you become a little bit more learned. The more we practice, the more we identify these, the more we look, the more some of y'all are gonna, the light bulb's gonna come on, right? And be like, oh, that click. I mean, when you're learning this stuff and you're going through a struggle and you're like, man, I don't know if I'll ever get this. If you just keep persevering, right? If you are persistent in learning this stuff, it feels tough. And then one day, after all this persistence and time studying, it will just click. And you'll just be like, oh my God, I can now do this with my eyes closed while I'm sleeping. It'll become second nature to you eventually. But you just have to keep being persistent. You have to keep studying. You have to keep retaining that information. So that's why investing in yourself is so important. You can't just rely on somebody. Don't be dependent on me or anyone else to give you trade setups. Learn it yourself. Learn how to do it yourself. It's so much more fulfilling when you identify these structures and they play out. Doge to BTC actually looks really good right now. I can't believe it. You know what your targets are if this actually plays out. First target, 183 sats. Second target on Doge to BTC. You can believe it, man. 227 sats. That's it. And at this point, I would think that the stop loss below 83 sats would be completely acceptable. So you are at low risk areas. And we say that because if it goes to the 886, the 886 is the back test, this low from February 2nd on the daily, that low point. So having a stop right there or below that is good. So entry now, one would say, and then when a stop loss just a little bit, 76, 75 sats or something. First target, C, 3.73 to 1. Second target on Doge to BTC. Take it 225, 227 sats, right? So that's a way to look at it. Definitely a way to size up Doge. And guess what? To boot a little bit, I mean, this is kind of hard to argue with here. I'm just saying, your RSI is showing some seller exhaustion. This is ridiculous, man. Like, what? Doge to BTC? Actually looking like a freaking snack here. This is implying that Doge soon will be outperforming Bitcoin. That's what this is implying. I don't know, man. BTC pairs start getting weird crypto Pepe Sylvia stuff, so. Are we coolio, though, on education? Like, if I was looking at this on Kellogg, if I was looking at this on Bitcoin or Google or Amazon or gold or silver, same thing. We'd be looking the same way, all right? Because I was like injury now, and then because you're getting that second low at the 200 moving average, and the stop loss is strategic because it's below that February 3rd low, but it's also, remember, the daily. That's the lowest point where traders settled up. That's why I plotted it there. So having a stop just below that low from January 30th is good for me. Let me make sure that's perfect, though. Right there, that low point. Right there. 82 sats. So we could go down there one more time and hit that 886, but dang, dude, look at that. If the 4 hour plays out, it's going to usher this in, and that's going to be the continuation signal. We'll see if the 4 hour RSI divergence can usher in the hidden divergence, or continuing to develop the hidden divergence on the MACD. That'd be crazy.
Hey Mitorino, could you check Hoxt? Trying to bounce off previous resistance.
So there we go. Still be safe down there. Dang, man, that'd be really tight. So maybe we're going to just a little bit more. 75 sat stop. And if you wanted a third target, like for real, man, which kind of have to, the way this market's going. If this was the low, which we don't really know yet. I mean, from this low, it hit the 236, so that's a valid swing low. Okay. Third target, pretty simple, man. 1272. All right, there you go. 261 sats, 263 up there. That's it, man. That's Doja BTC. So let's see how it goes, man. Let's just see. Let's publish it and see how it goes. All right. It's gotta be really tough if Bitcoin dumps, but maybe with Bitcoin dumping wouldn't be too bad for Doge. I don't know. 2 BTC. You sometimes don't have any idea how it's going to correlate. So technical indicators, harmonic pattern, and kind of a chart pattern. Kind of chart pattern because kind of a potential double bottom going on at the PCZ around it. All right. It's actually it's a pretty nice bit. What? There you have it. Boom. Roasted. All right, moving on to the next one. Next one is this. Not sure. Gross. We've been here before, and that's nasty. I mean, that's real gross. So last time I was here, it looked like there was divergence, but it was below the ice line. It was below that all-time low, and so when you're below it, you say you can't like it. It doesn't even matter if the sellers are exhausted, because if it can't break back above the ice line, screw it. So it obviously, the divergence ushered in, maybe just did testing 930 as resistance and then dumping to lower lows, and now look at the RSI. It's like it was there and really didn't pan out. So not showing bullish divergence anymore on the 4 hour. Oof. And now you could have triple MACD bullish divergence. So I'm just like staying away from this, man. Like 1, 2, 3. It could rally, but it's at all-time lows. So any asset that has no, like, maybe it would be better. It would make more sense if you had data that was like this. Right. So then you could be like, oh, from a low to high, that's a 786, 886 retrace or whatever. You don't have that. This is the lowest low of all time. So when you're at the lowest low of all time, and there's no data looking left. Oh no, just move on. Just move on to something else. Who cares if it reverses here? Like, it's just, there's no way to strategically set up entries or stop losses at these levels. There's no way. You always want to have data looking left that's, deep retraces or 100% retraces and ice lines. You just don't have it here. Okay, so move on. UWM kind of sucks. Sorry. Yeah, it could reverse here, man. Sure. Now, maybe we fib extension. This is all I could do here, okay? From this low to this high. Yeah, you're near 1414 fib extension. Not even at it. 802 is that. And then the 1618, 711. So I don't think there's better opportunity out there than this asset. Just Energy, been here. Yeah, this is the one, man, right? This is the... I thought it was Harmonic. What are we doing? We've been here before. It's all-time lows, right? Gross. Oh, yeah, this is the one where it's like, until you get back about 1165, this kind of sucks. But I guess I saw why maybe you requested it. Man, this is so ugly, dude. Look at how out of whack the histogram is. You have not made a positive momentum. I'm sorry, you haven't seen negative momentum since April of last year. And all you've been doing is making lower lows, lower highs, all-time lows. That's really bad. Because eventually, guess what? Bear's going to get the ball again. Negative Momo is going to show up. And it could just be worse. Now, I mean, you can't go much lower. You can only go to 0. It's at 577. But terrible trend. It's almost the same situation as we just looked at. I know why, though. You're looking at the 4-hour. The 4-hour showing a harmonic. That's why, right? Okay, yep. Yeah, you're getting a little reversal. This is a bullish... there goes Bitcoin, 56,500 and falling. Down about $1,000, 1.7%. Okay, keep falling, man. So maybe you're getting your reaction low right here, but you don't have any divergence. You have no confirmation. And again, all-time lows. So the lowest level of all time. So yeah, maybe rally, lower high, then maybe we get a double bottom here, right? Maybe we get a inverse head and shoulder. Maybe we get something better. Maybe we show divergence eventually. It's just the daily looks terrible, the weekly looks terrible, and there's just not enough confirmation at the PCZ yet to be like, oh my god, I can't believe it, dude, right? I mean, I like the bullish reversal right here, that candle. It's a really nice, that's an abandoned baby almost. It was not because of like the next candle. Anyway, what is that? A Doji Morning Star kind of Japanese candlestick reversal. But again, I think you need more, man. I think you need more. I think you rally, sell off again, make an 886 retrace, and maybe by then you show divergence. Okay, there's your JE. We're still going, man. Got all these requests. Trying to get through them, alright? Subaru. Wow. Not doing what a lot of the other car companies are doing now, right? Like Toyota, Ford, GM. Not at all. I don't like it below 1024. Huh. Okay, so we know it's below a very critical ice line, right? Back from 2019. We know you're in a multi-year downtrend. It's terrible. It's very, very bad. How will we play this? How can we anchor here for the downtrend? You know, is it like I like that, like 3 touches on the bottom. I mean, that just shows you how bearish the trend is right there. Not really helpful. It just lets you see kind of a nuanced way of seeing how the downtrend is. Here we go, Bitcoin, 56,450 and falling, down almost 2% now. Down $1,100 roughly. And this is what happens at the beginning of a week. A new week, you're going to get ups and downs. Like, just things shift. Rebalancing portfolios, whatever. In terms of the deep retrace on Subaru, from 2011 to the all-time high, you're only at 618, so I don't think there's much deep value. Well, I mean, you can go to this low too. That's very discernible on the daily. Let's go to the weekly here. Gonna have to. Yeah, that is not deep enough, man. Like, I mean, this is the one you go from that low to high. 618, man. To me, that's just there's greater value down here. Look where the 886 is. There's congestion between really between 325 478 to 1068 1230. There's nothing. It's straight line up, straight down. So it all depends on if Subaru can ever get back above that 1040 area, 1026. Okay, it's below it. I don't think it's deep enough. to really like it. I mean, remember Ford was going down to 786s, back testing springs from 1990 something, 1980s, 87 or whatever. This just hadn't gone deep enough to really be like, wow, there's so much value on Subaru. All right, I'll show you real quick. Ford Motor Company. This is what we want, man. This is what we want, dude. Let me show you. Let's go to the monthly chart. This is what we want. Okay. You get a textbook bullish Gartley pattern, or close enough to it. And look, the 78.6% retrace, the 1414 fib extension. You had a spring that happened in May of 2009. You got the back test of the spring a decade later, or 11 years later. May of last year. That was the back test of the spring, 1992. So that's what you're looking for. Subaru is 618. This was 786. So I would think deeper retrace would be more prudent and take long.
88 new targets.
Yeah, wasn't 140 or something the all-time high? Oh, we can look at it. Yeah, I'll have to find something with more data than the one I'm looking at. Thanks, dude. Get right, Bitcoin. All right, OXT. It's the next one. Which, guess what? Was great trade setup. We knew it eventually could keep going. I think dollar eventually, if the cycle, the bullish cycle for alts is to continue, I think a dollar for OXT would be coming. But you don't know when those are going to end. You just don't know. It's all on Bitcoin. OXT was up like 20% or something yesterday. I'm so surprised, man. I'm so surprised as Bitcoin keeps dumping, down over 2%, down $1,200. Falling. Here's your OXT, right? Why did it stall out at 65 to 69 cents? Because that's where traders set it up their highest point ever on this chart, August 16th of last year. Yeah, guess what's happening? You know what's probably happening. Well, first off, you got a back test of the old resistance as support, February 15th. But absorption, just like BAT. Absorption of the remaining supply at this level, because after this, there's nothing till $1. Okay, yeah, 75 cents too. It's like multiple points of congestion, right? So 70 or 65, 69 cents to 75 cents. There's just peaks. Once the absorption is complete, this thing can go to $1, $1.22, $1.50. That's OXT. Composite operator had been accumulating position. We saw the signature. That's why a trade set it was posted. It's hit all three targets, and now there's a fourth. I think the fourth target's $1. Fifth target on this crazy run will be 122. Sixth target, there you go, 150, 1618. Boom. There's your OXT. Let's go back to Bitcoin for a second because it's not doing well. Pulling back, continue to pull back. For the past hour, it's just been nothing but selling. But if you look at the daily on Bitcoin, it is huge nothing burger. It's like nothing even happened. You can't even tell if you look at the daily. What are you worried about? I mean, really, this is the perfect time to play it, right?
You worry too much. Everything is beautiful. There's nothing to worry about.
Remember, for requests, $20 minimum, not $13.37, unfortunately. Because if I make an exception for you, I have to make it for everyone would start tipping $13.37 because they're like, oh, well, that other guy got a request for $13.37, so I'm gonna do it too. So it has to be 20 if you want an actual formal request. A chart analyst. All right, let's look at the next one. Well, I mean, dude, it's like, high blockchain, just one of those that all we can really do is look at the chart and be like, wow, it's so pretty. It did break a critical resistance point, though. And which is called all-time highs. Whatever. Here's your hive, man. Like, it was either you got in with the composite operator or you got in when the edge presented itself right here in late January, right? Where you had that, people be like, is that a head and shoulders, man? It's like, how can you say that when the hidden divergence is so powerful there? It was just like Activision Blizzard. They're almost identical. So, and really, like kind of like Chevron right now, right? Some of the energy, they making a low, a higher low, and the hidden divergence combo. It's very nice. Could continue the upside. Bitcoin's at session lows right now, continuing to sell off, down pretty much $1,300. Okay, but Hive broke all-time highs on Friday and closed above it. So gorgeous. So targets, if you're talking about linear Fibonacci, first target 666.
Thanks Mitch for all you do. Can you take a look at ETN/BTC on Qcoin? Thanks.
Gross. That's the grossest request I've heard ever, maybe. One of them. ETN, Electronium Connect. That was a dead asset. Bitcoin continued to sell off, down $1,300, 56,178, when just hours ago we were at 58K. You're down 2K from the all-time high. Well, more than $2,000. And just continuing to slide. Cool stuff on HVBTF, but there's nothing you can really do but look at it and be like, wow, here are your fib extensions. 666, 740, and then your golden mean ratio is 846. It's probably just going with Bitcoin. That's it. Bitcoin sells off, dumps, whatever. It's probably going to sell off too. That's it, man. Oh, look at this, man. You hear that? Terrible chart. Until you get back above 3190 sats. Bearish. Now they can have it at some point. I mean, it tried, but look at this. A beautiful tweezer top. Bearish reversal. That's textbook tweezer top right there. And look at the reversal since then. So, have you made higher highs than your previous highs? Nope. You went and tested one of them and reversed there. So, until you break above 3190, hold it as support, then you're in a bear trend. And you're going to continue to be in a bear trend. All right, that's it, dude. It's just bearish right now. What's the fib extension? Are you at the 1272 yet? Doesn't even look like it, right? Nah, you didn't even 1272, man. Like, now, nope, that's too deep. Yeah, I was thinking about alternate bat or something for 113, but no. So we got 618 on B. No, this can't be a formal harmonic, really. I don't think so. What was once support is now resistance again. So what you want to see is what was once support becomes support again. You're above the 200-day moving average. That's bearish until then, all right? Yes, definitely hard to argue with exhaustion, right? I mean, lots of seller exhaustion on ETN to BTC. I would imagine, right? All-time lows. You've been dumping lower highs, lower lows since May. But really, since, forever. It's a long-term trend. So yeah, it did reverse, but not to reverse the trend, just to run up the tweezer top at the previous lows and act as a resistance, and then the 200-day moving is bearish until then, all right? That's it. I can't spend too much more time on it because, well, all right. We got through all the requests, man. We did it. Chat, we did it. Whew. So everything pretty much in the red today. Everything, man. At this, on the new day, on the new week. Or yeah, man. I mean, on a straight line like that, you haven't been doing anything since that bullish engulfing candle, January 28th. You've been doing nothing but positive, bullish stuff. And the wave matched the wave where we are now. The wave has matched the bull pole, right, from before. Like you just look from where that impulse began to where traders set up their highest point of that whole wave before the consolidation began. You measure that from the breakout, and you can see how perfect it is. I mean, Identical. Right? I mean, that's what it did. It hit that, and traders settled up to pretty much to the penny at that high. Traders have not settled up any higher than 57,405, or pretty much wherever this is. This was 58,367, highest level ever where traders closed the day. All right, so perfect, literally perfect measured move of if you consider this a bull flag, which some could, you definitely could. Just depends on you use a parallel channel tool. You had more touches with a wedge, so that was more conservative to measure that way, and you hit that and exceeded it. Okay, so cool. At those levels, man, people take profits. You know, you chop around, consolidate, absorb, supply, whatever, man. All right. Bitcoin's extremely bullish right now. Michael Saylor bot, go burr. What a stream, man. I think we had a really, really productive one today. Found a couple amazing gems, right? Well, we got 14 YouTube subs till 49,000 chat. Then we'll just be 1,000 away from 50K. And that's... I don't know what I'm going to do for 50,000 subs. I got to figure something out and think about it, okay? But I'll have time, I guess, because it'll take a while to get another 1,000 subs. Are we Coolio on this stream chat? Hopefully you learned something. Ideas, anyone? 50K stream. I can't use my green screen. I'm in a transitionary period right now, going between this house and the next one. I just can't. I can't do a spaceship stream. No green screens for a while until my life gets a little bit more stable in terms of what I'm doing. Okay, that just sucks. It's just bad timing, but believe me, it's great for me. So if you care about me and my well-being at all, you'd be like, okay, no spaceship stream for a little bit, that's fine. As long as your mental health is good and everything's, you know, right, you're happy. Bread, bring back the bread. I could try that. I could try to bring back the bread for 50K subs. Sure. Of course, drink stream, right? Yeah. Be getting drunk at 50K for sure. How Bitcoin just whoop back to $56,800 like it was a friggin' joke. Hey, it was just down $1,300. It's only down less than $700 now. Man, the price swings. Now percentage, it's no different than it was, but the price swings are insane at this point. And if you're a new market participant, I don't know how you could survive not understanding, right, the difference between percentage change and price change. Of course, multiple hate songs, yeah. So, kind of disappointed we couldn't do a hate song for this stream, but again, I've been out all day just running around. Alright, I guess we're good. Wasn't many ideas. Bread stream was the best one, I guess. Oh, gap filled on CME for Bitcoin. Let's go, dude. Awesome. Let's look at that. Are you sure? It doesn't look like it to me on the scrub chart. Here are your futures. Forgot. Bottom right of your screen's Bitcoin. Got as low as 56,312. But like as I see it, I mean, like if you're talking about that being the gap, sure. But I think the gap was like here, right? Traders closed at 59,937. And you gapped up and you pulled back, so I think that would be the gap, but hey, I guess if you're talking about here, sure. Currently 56,870 futures. Alright. Dude, pretty freaking good music right now, man. Well, the guitar anyway. Oh my god, 2 more YouTube subs till 49,000 yet. 2 more. Unreal. And it'll be 1,000 away from the big one. It'll be the biggest milestone ever for me, for this channel. And I see people saying they subbed. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. And please, if you're new and you just subbed to me, join the Discord if you want educational resources on where to begin, right? If you just want to be a part of a community that is like-minded, that loves charts. It's either crypto, commodities, equities, currencies. It doesn't matter, man. That's what the heart and soul of this channel is: technical analysis, not Bitcoin, not just stocks. It's all of them, man. There's a chart. We can identify an edge, assuming there's the liquidity you need and the volume. You got to have those too, but that's it. Thank you, Christopher, for the sub, and Lil, thank you, and others, because I know 16 people just subbed. Oh my God, dude, we just exceeded 49K. We're already we only need 90 more subs till, I'm sorry, what is it? 990 more subs until 50,000 now. That's crazy. So tell the let your people know. We don't have to. We don't have to go crazy until we exceed 50K. Then we can go back to normal. But let's get this over the goal line as soon as possible. And in the meantime, I'll be thinking about something memorable to do on 50K. I'll maybe get some new graphics or something. Chaylin, I got to talk to him. He's been sick as crap. So yeah, hopefully Chaylin gets better. We got a new, that's still good. Yeah, be sure to join that Discord. Again, I forgot to post the link. There you go. What's up, Super? Thank you, man.
Thoughts on the weekly CME gap down around 25K?
Acro. I don't know. Let's look at it. I don't normally look at it too much. It's so delayed. It's okay to look at, but not for the price action. Dude, there's so many gaps. Yeah. Well, there's that one. Yeah, that's real. I mean, eventually, when a correction comes, yeah, sure. What about 18K? There's another gap there too. Bitcoin futures, 18K and 25K. When the run ends, look, I don't think you fill the gap. It looks like you're trying to fill the gap. That gap on the daily is 55,590 Bitcoin futures. It could have just filled. This is 10-minute delay, so I'm not paying like $1,200 when a month or a year or whatever just for one thing when I can get that live stuff on other charts for free. So yeah, I mean, eventually gaps, those will probably fill during a major ridiculous unbelievable correction or something, if that happens. But at the same time, just because it happens doesn't mean it has to fill.
Don't know if it's not too late. If it is, no worries. Take the $20 as a thank you for the free education.
Hey, no, I think it's 22. I mean, we can look at it, man. All right, sure. Thanks, dude. Tomo. Origato, Mr. Robot. Oh my God, dude, is that oof. It was close, man. Close to 3 drives. Bears 3 drives. 1, 2, 3. Look how gorgeous that is. Wow, it's beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, the touches are 3 on the top, pretty much 3 on the bottom.
Can we just move it to tomorrow? Thanks for everything.
Oh, did you tip me 20 though, Daniel Zoe? Because like I looked and I saw requests, but if people don't there's a lot of requests that are not $20. I have to ignore them and move on for the sake of everyone's time, and right, can't be like, hey, you didn't do this, so I have to ignore the rule. Like the description, it says $20 minimum, right? So you see what I'm doing? Like right now, me trying to explain all this is like wasting everyone's time talking about it. So. I just didn't. I thought that it didn't meet the criteria. Wow, look at all this hidden divergence, man, on Domo. Triple hidden divergence, triple RSI, hidden bullish divergence on the daily. Penny price action continuation to the upside, and you got bullish convergence. That's kind of crazy, right? I mean, you think that it runs up to $83. But below that, man, you want nothing to do with this asset below. I mean, really, right here. There's that low there. So you got like 63.46 right there. That's what you did, right? It's like one bottom, a second bottom there. So it's implying on the daily upside. You actually got really close to that's very close to a bullish piercing line reversal. They just didn't pierce it deep enough, I don't think. Just not good enough. Yeah, it did not pierce 50% to 65%, which is needed. It pierced probably about 35%, 40%. So, but it's so close that maybe it could be interpreted as a bullish piercing line reversal, and it did begin to reverse, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see how this hidden bullish divergence plays out. But you just know the breaking point for this, you just below 63.46, it starts getting froggy, really, really froggy. All right, so that's done. All right. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that, man. That can throw me off.
The request was on a canvas print, picture frame.
Gotcha, dude. Why about a BTC? You got these like the lower low. I don't really know how much I'm liking this so much. You sprung, you back tested the spring, you back tested the spring again, you're making a lower high than the previous high. It's like, should be going. Now I do like the harmonic here. This looks like a almost nothing, but it could be like a bullish shark. It's almost too perfect on ANC. Almost too perfect. I mean, it pretty much is. If we scale out, you can see that right here, C is just a little bit higher, but again, it doesn't meet that criteria. You have to have, for an actual textbook harmonic on all these A's and C's, 113%. This is 104%. It's not there. It's too double toppy. But with that being said, it still looks okay. One bottom, second bottom. Yeah, I mean, actually, dude, you look at this, right? Burn this in your mind. Seriously, burn this image in your mind, and let's do this, okay? Another BTC pair. It's past summer. Remember this? Wow. We had all the targets, went to moon, and then crashed after the targets were hit. So it's a very, very similar context. YFI to BTC. So I mean, it could be ushering in a reversal to the upside. So YFI could outperform soon, and then I think YFI, if the bull cycle continues for all crypto, I think YFI is going to stupid prices. YFI, I think it could go eventually to 54,000 and then 66,000, the golden ratio. And by the way, if there's a stop out that got hit or something on YFI, it's trying to hold this 39,650. Man, if we can hold that long enough, I still think it's really bullish, man. They just couldn't break that C. It tried. But you can clearly see, like, you're still in a major uptrend. Even if it comes down to 36,300, hits that demand line, it's still bullish, man. You're still in a very bullish trend. This is one of those rarities where the harmonic received no confirmation low, no reversal low, as Scott Carney would call it. And it's probably because the 4-hour and daily both had divergence. Sometimes it happens, man. Like, I think it's rare. I think how many harmonics we've seen, it is far more common to get the first retrace, the first reversal, or the reaction bounce, and then the confirmation or reversal low. So bull trend. I think anything above, I mean, really, if you hold above A long enough, dude, everything's fine. It's like bullish consolidation, eventual target is 66,000, but it could take like 2-3 months. Are you ready for that on YFI? I think the breaking point of this, if you're looking at the daily, the breaking point is clearly August 29th high at A, January 8th, January 19th high. If that holds long enough, dude, again, pretty much 53,888 and then 66.5. YFI looks still really bullish, man. All right. The trend's great. It's awesome. It looks good. Okay. There you go. So bonus, looking at the US dollar pair as well. Are we coolio? Okay, now chat, remember, the road to 50,000 YouTube subs, we have less than 1,000 to go. Will be the biggest milestone in the history of this channel, by far. Alright, man, well, getting a little hungry, you know. Normally I get hungry around this time. Makes sense, right? Dinner. So thanks everyone for coming out. I mean, seriously, Ricky, Bobby, and Kyril, thank y'all so much for those huge bombs. But thank everyone, of course, but those in particular were just huge bombs, huge contributions. So just singling them out a little bit. Thanks everyone. If something happens crazy on price, you know I'm gonna do everything I can to be back live before my normal time tomorrow. And that is why you join the Discord, because if you're in the Discord, you will not miss the notification when I go live, because if you have your notifications turned on the Discord, you get pinged. So many people still complain about missing notifications that I went live, and they miss the whole stream. But if you're in the Discord, you'll never have that problem, because we notify you. Okay, join it. Over 12,000 members. Why wouldn't you? Alright. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.
I'm a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Oh, you sensei.
Bow to your sensei.
I have some evidence Man-Bear Pig could be in this area.
That's pretty neat.
And then, just like that,
Adios, turd nuggets.